Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow with me, RockPaperMario. In the last part we did more of the Silph Co, and in this part we're probably going to do more of the Silph Co. Because Silph Co was turning out to take like 5-10 videos or something. Yeah, let's see what happens. This is as far as you go! Okay, Birdo. Birdo. Raticate! That reminds me, I have to catch Raticate at some stage. I think the only place you can catch him is Pokemon Mansion, though. Well, I think that's the easiest place to catch him. So I'll probably catch him there. And that's on Cinnabar Island, so we won't be catching Raticate for a while. Well, I don't know, like, I do have to catch him, technically. Because in the anime, do you remember when they were on the SSN, Ash traded his Butterfree for, It's tempting to go over Psychic with Dream Eater. Because it's much stronger. But Hypnosis isn't reliable enough, sorry. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, do you remember he like traded his Butterfree for a Raticate, and he had that Raticate for that episode, so technically I do have to catch a Raticate. So yeah, not that I'll use it because I hate Raticate. Golbat. Shut up, Golbat. Thunderbolt's gonna shock your ass. See, this is what it sounds like when I just talk about what's happening in the game. Well, I'm not going to get into that argument with myself again. Sorry. Sorry, I just had to fix my mic there. See how much Mega Drain does. He'll probably kill it because it's only level 26, but I don't know. Yes, I was right. Sucked health from enemy rash. Not enough grit, like hog jowls and grits. What were they called? Like, I'll get the Marsha Whites or whatever they were called. That stupid book. That has to be. Sorry if anyone's a fan, but that book, I had to study that for Leaving Cert, and I just hated that book so much. It was one of the most contrived, badly written, ridiculous, transparent. Like, ugh, I just can't even think of enough negative adjectives to describe that book. Unless you don't know, I'm talking about The Secret Life of Bees by some dumbass. I can't. That book was just so ridiculous. We were studying it along with The Truman Show, which is a great movie. I love The Truman Show, which is a really clever movie. But we also were studying it alongside with the play Philadelphia Here I Come by Brian Friel. Brian Friel is another hack. I don't know. He's a really rubbish writer. That gets too much praise for being a bad writer. He's actually not that good in my opinion at all. But he's like seen as one of the best writers Ireland's ever produced. When like I don't know, he's just rubbish. Sorry, that wasn't a really legitimate reason. But that was part of like our English course. Where what is it with me and talking about school today? I've been talking about school for all the last videos. I don't know. That was part of our English course where we had to, it was a section of the exam called comparative, where you study, let's say, a movie, a novel, and a play, and then you compare and contrast them. So you'd say like, oh, the main character in Philadelphia Here I Comes wished to escape from Donegal, from his family, and from the harsh realities of life, is easily compared to Truman's desire to escape from what's the name of that place where he is? West Haven or something like that, or North Haven, and is also able to be compared to What's-Her-Face's wishes to escape from that Peach place, wherever she's from. You can attack my weak point for massive damage. I don't think so, mister. So yeah, that was basically, and you'd have to like write a big essay question. They might like ask you to compare or contrast on setting or compare and contrast, and you'd have to do like a 5-page essay or something. When you're this is like in the Leaving Cert, which is the exam you do when you're 18, and you do it in usually 7 subjects. Like I did it in English, Maths, Irish, German, History, Art, and Music. So I did quite well as well, actually. Considering that I didn't study at all. Like, the maximum points you can get in the Leaving Cert is 600, and I got 565, which is considered really, really good. But I think it's just because I have an obscenely talented memory. That's the only real talent I have, is a really good memory, which sometimes doesn't show up in my videos. A certain Octo springs to mind on Tingle Island. But, like, I just happen to remember everything. The only one I really fell down on is maths, because maths you can't really just remember stuff, you have to know how to do the method rather than being able to rely on remembering every single possible maths problem. Do you know? So that was just a no-go, but I still did fairly okay in maths. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this stuff, because it's not really important. Well, I suppose you hammered me. That's what they say in Germany if they want to say something like really cool. They say, "Das ist der Hammer," which means that is the hammer, which I think is really fun. And I remember, like, when I was in Germany the second time, when I was in Wolfsburg, staying with a family there. They were the coolest family ever. They were so nice, and it's only now that I realise how just amazing they were. They were really just some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. So Uwe, Sabina, and Lisa, if you're watching this video, then I just want to thank you guys and say you guys rock. You are just some of the most amazing people ever that I've ever had the pleasure to come across in my life, because you guys are just cool. But one of the people that I was over there with, because I was over there on part of a scholarship, so there were other people that I'd never met before, but we were all in a group over there. Do you know a friend that you haven't met? God, what is it with Earthbound and me today? I've just got Earthbound on the brain. But, well, you see, I can actually talk about Earthbound in this LP, because Spishable Infinitive doesn't watch this LP. And so I don't have to worry about, like, spoiling things for her, because I don't want to, like, because she's doing Earthbound blind at the moment, and I don't want to spoil the game for her, because I know that's really mean to spoil stuff like that. But yeah, we found a mug one day that said, like, das ist der Hammer or something, and it had, like, a picture of a hammer on it, and it was just the happiest moment of our lives. And I took a picture of it. So I come back from these places, like from Florence and from Germany and from, I don't know, wherever else I am, and I take so many pictures when I'm over there, and then my parents are like, "Oh, show us the pictures," and they expect to see pictures of, like, me in front of, like, Michelangelo's David, or, like, me in front of the Brandenburger Tor or something like that. Which, like, why would I take pictures of that? I try to take nice looking pictures, not pictures with me like, oh, look, there's the Brandenburger Tor, look, there's Berliner Dome. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you? So then I just end up, like, bringing loads of pictures of things like a flower I might have seen when I was there, or, like, a tree stump. Or, like, I remember I had this picture, like, I give titles to all my photographs as well, so I had this picture of, like, Berlin, of just, like, a piece of grass where I was like, and the title of it was, "This is where I ate my lunch on such and such a day." It's just so ridiculous. And they're like, "Why are you taking all these stupid pictures?" I don't know how long, I can go for way longer still. What am I talking about, getting obsessed with the timer already? The timer! So, yeah, so I come back with all these, like, I took, like, something like, in the 3 weeks I was over in Wolfsburg, I took something like 500 photographs, and to anyone else but me, most of them were utterly useless, but for me they were like a catalogue of what had happened over there. You know, like, it was stuff that only was important to me, and, like, at the end of the day, it's me that was over there. They're my photos, so why shouldn't they be important to me? I'm getting really, like, cranky again. Now, I'd like to go back to Florence one day. Florence was one of the weirdest trips ever, though, because it was really memorable, but it's like, we went over there with a group. I think I started talking about this in another video. We went over there in a group from school, like, as an art history field trip or whatever. So there were people there that I didn't know, and there were people there that I did know. And I was sharing a room with three guys that I did know, and there was a girl that I was really good friends with on the trip as well. So, like, we just used to spend the whole time together, because you'd have, like, 4 hours in the middle of the day of free time to go around the city, which was really ridiculous considering we were supposed to be studying art or something. So they just give us, like, 4 hours to wander around the city and do whatever the hell we wanted to, which I thought was great, like. But I don't know, there were so many memories of like just things that we just found so ridiculously funny that aren't really funny at all. Like I remember we kept our hotel, like this is the cheesiest name for a hotel in Florence. Our hotel was called Hotel Leonardo da Vinci. Literally you couldn't make up a cornier title for a hotel. But like on our way whenever like we'd always end up like you'd have to meet back at the hotel, and then like with the group you'd go out, set out for like the restaurant we were going to dinner in or whatever. But like so we'd always end up like our group, like about the four of us that were friends or whatever, heading back to the hotel. But every single time we headed back to the hotel, every single time without fail, we ended up taking one wrong turn. We took the same wrong turn every single time and ended up at a hotel called Hotel Londra, and it was like called Hotel Londra, like Londra, and it's just there was something ridiculous about it. Like we started getting freaked out. We were like, how do we keep ending up here at Hotel Londra? Like it's pulling us in or something like that. It was so ridiculous. So then I have like a picture of us like standing outside this sign that says Hotel Londra, and I have it like 3 times for like the three of the times that we like got lost there and ended up there. It was so funny. And I also have like photos of this weird shop that we found called Melrose that was on the way back to the hotel. And it was called Melrose, and the bags that they used to give, like it was a clothes shop or something, and if you bought clothes there, they'd give you a bag to bring the clothes, like any other shop. Why am I explaining how you buy clothes? But the bag was like a big orange bag with a cactus on it. And it was just the most ridiculous thing ever. I don't know, that's the kind of stupid stuff we found funny, so I'd like take a picture of this bag and be like, oh, that's the Melrose bag. Well, they look really important, don't they? Important. Let's see what this guy's... I'm kind of worried that I don't have a clue what I'm doing in this place. Oh, I have an appointment with the boss. I believe you got something which belongs to my boss. Yeah, I'm probably going to... I was going to just record 2 episodes, but this is the 4th one that I'm recording. I've kind of gotten into a groove here with the recording. And seeing as I've started Silph Co, I want to finish it. You know, like Magnus Magnuson, I've started so I'll finish. Your chosen subject is blah 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 on Mastermind. Blah 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 dum 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 dum. What? No, I don't want to change Pokemon because I want to get Edgar leveled up. I should really put Stomp in the first slot. Can you actually switch the moves around in this game? I can't remember. Do you know the way in like the other games you can like switch the order of the moves? I don't think you can in this game though, because it's not very important. But like when I have a terrible habit of just mashing the A button, whereas because Surf doesn't have lots of PP, so I prefer to be using things like Stomp and Guillotine because they'd probably kill them because of Edgar's crazy attack. And I'll probably finish it off after this battle, so. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of other stuff that happened in Florence. I think I talked in one of my Wind Waker videos about like the fancy ring in the shop. Oh, we had like this regular place that we used to go to for lunch every day, and it was like this weird little dinery place where you get pizza and stuff like that and ice cream. And we went there every day, so it was like our regular haunt. And on the last day we were there, like the people there that ran it were really nice. So we like left. We were too shy because we're shy Irish people who don't like talking to strangers. So we'd be like, I remember we left a note on the table the last day saying, oh, from your Irish customers or whatever, thank you very much, we loved your place. And then we went across so we left that there and we went across the road and we were in the shop and we were kind of looking over there going, we shouldn't have left that stupid note, that's so silly and just sentimental and dopey. And then we saw them like the woman like coming over to the man with the note and like showing him, and then he read the note, and then they like looked across the road at us and we like all turned around because we were like, oh my god, they saw us. They know we left them a note and they probably think we're crazy. I don't know I think I have a photo of that note actually when we were going to leave it on the table. So yeah, they're the kind of photos I bring home. But yeah, in the next part I'm going to hopefully figure out what I'm supposed to do here, because I think I'm supposed to start using the teleporters now. So I'll see you next time on Let's Play Pokemon Yellow with me, RockPaperMario.